Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Wednesday night. I didn't want to make a video until I finished the project that I have been working on all day long. I did finish up 2 more things last night. Just little things. A little mushy boy. I guess this would be a mushy girl. And I said I was going to do one in Bill's colors. There it is. So instead of doing a little bit of pink blush under the eye, this one got black, like the black smear that football players put under their eyes. So there's my 2 more mushies. So now I'm up to 5 big mushies and 1 mini mushy. But just before I came out here, while I was waiting for Star Trek to finish up, I started another one. I think I'm done with the cap now. You have to change color and start on the face, the body. But then there is the bigger project that I worked on today. Now, okay, let's sneak you out of the way for a moment, sir. Oops, as I wiggle the whole thing. This is the box that I'm working on with scrap yarn, the twins, where I combined 2 scrap bags. So I ended up with close to 2 pounds of yarn. I think I had 6 bags that were all one color. So I had this ombre, this purple, I had one in black, but that is no longer. I have this ombre, very dark blue. But when you put it up close enough to the lights, it looks brighter. It is a pretty dark blue there. And a royal blue. So I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags with significant quantities of one color. So that's 5 fairly big projects. There's a bag of blues. This bag was almost full before today's project. I have been working on blues today. I also have a bag of pinks and purples. And the non-blue pink and purple. There's a little bit of green. Oh, there's one thing of black after I finish off the black cat. And just some tiny little scraps, red and gray. So, what did I work on today to clear up so much blue? Introducing Mr. Blue. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. This is the striped giraffe pattern, formerly by Emma Dent, but when she retired her website, it looks like I got one thing of green in there. By the lighting out in the living room, that looked more blue than green. Here it looks more green than blue. Okay. Sorry, Mr. Blue, if I got one thing of green in there. You'll live. Okay. Formerly, the pattern was on Ravelry as Striped Giraffe by Emma Dent. Since she discontinued her website, it was picked up by Umbauka Designs, and it is on their website now. I have made so many of these. I've done them in themed colors before. And sometimes when I just want to use up a lot of scraps in a particular color, I'll take a skein or two of white yarn. This was actually 3 cakes of bright white. 3 different, like I started with one. Oops, that was just enough to finish the head. Got another one. Okay, finished the body and the legs. Got another one. Then I finished the arms and the ossicones. I have that written on my pattern, so I remember what you call those little things on the top of a giraffe's head. Ossicones. Yes. Can you tell I'm proud of my new vocabulary word? So this guy will join some siblings in my Etsy shop. And boy, when I have my next craft show, I could have like 3 giraffes lined up. Or maybe I'll just put out one. And if someone shows interest in them, I'll say, I have 2 more. I have 2 more in my bag. So if you want to see the other ones, I'll show you the other one. So, you probably heard by now, Joann's has published a list of all the stores that are closing. My favorite one over there, where I could go to one little block and go to Joann's, Michael's, and Hobby Lobby, no longer. They're closing that one. The one up by my daughter's house, they're closing that one. The one out in the boondocks that way, they're closing that one, if it's not closed already. Every time I've been in there, it hasn't been in very good shape, so they might have closed that one already. And the one like up in the shopping sector of Niagara Falls Boulevard, they're closing that one too. So all of those stores within like a 30-mile driving range of me are being closed. From what I can see, there's the one down in Erie, Pennsylvania that we pass by when we go down to our daughter's house down further in Pennsylvania. That one's still open. I think that's a big one because that one is right on Peach Street, the big shopping drag in Erie, Pennsylvania, in a mall. Never been to that store, but I think that one's on the list that stays open. So technically, if we were going down to my daughter's house and we wanted to do a little side trip into Erie, I might be able to talk my husband into it. Because you know what? When you come out of that mall and you're coming back up to the thruway, you pass a Chick-fil-A. So we could time it so that we get there around lunchtime and go to Joann's and see what the new yarns are, get a chance to check out the yarns. He could check out the paints. And then go to Chick-fil-A for lunch and then continue the next hour and a half. Because it's like halfway between, maybe it's an hour 45 minutes, halfway between our house and my daughter's house in Pennsylvania. So I'm trying not to buy yarn anyways. I'm trying to work down what I got here. Work it down. First thing to go is this box. I probably will spend the next day or two mass producing the itty bitty mushy boys, just to stock up, fill up the $5 box on my table for the next show. And I've got 1, 2, where's the other one? 3 bags of little balls of yarn that need to be used up. So maybe a good way to use them up. I could probably, I don't know. I don't think there's enough. I was going to say I could probably make another scrappy giraffe just in pinks and purples. But this is getting pretty low there. I was going to squish it down and say, yeah, that's only about 1 cup. The kitchen measurements are now being applied to yarn. Yeah, that's about 1 cup of yarn there. This is probably about 1.5 to 2 cups. Weighing it would be more accurate, but I don't have a scale back here. One scale is by my chair. The other one's on the dining room table for when I ship out packages. And that one's not doing very well. I was saying to my husband, okay, if you're going to start asking what I want for my birthday in a few months, a nice scale that has big numbers, a well-lit screen, has to do ounces and grams. I'd like that. I'd use it a lot. Because the one scale, I did a trial run of stamps.com way back, maybe 15 to 20 years ago, and got the free scale and then discontinued as soon as the 30 or 60 days was up because I had an incident at work where I was doing a direct mail, like a mail merge. That's what it's called. Boy, I've only been retired for about 6 months and I'm forgetting the terminology. I was doing a mail merge with stamps.com where I was printing the return address, the address, and the postage all on the envelopes at the same time. And the program crashed. And I was on the customer service line with them for quite a while. And basically it was like, nope. Once you hit that print button, you bought those stamps. Whether your printer behaves or not, you bought those stamps. So I couldn't get a refund for all the stamps that I had purchased that didn't print. So it's like, I'm not doing business with these guys anymore. Nope. I got my free scale from them. Like, there's a free scale at work and there was a free scale at home because I did have a home subscription too. But after the way it went south at work, I wasn't going to stick with them at home. But I have still used the scale faithfully through the years. Okay. I am on the hunt for a particular dinosaur pattern. I want to make a dinosaur with this variegated yarn. The purple yarn and the blue yarns I still haven't decided on. I might see if I can piece together enough pieces from the pink and the blue and the purple to make a patchwork pup. That's one of my own patterns. I haven't made one in ages. So that's on the agenda too. So many projects. So little time. Who am I kidding? I'm retired. I have all the time in the world. What am I doing with my time? Well, that giraffe took a while. But just looking here, I have this fun fur. That's like right in front of me is a shelf, and there is a box. It's like the weird yarn box. So I got this particular color of fun fur to make a very fuzzy guinea pig at one point. That thing took forever. Rather than work with this while I was crocheting the guinea pig, I crocheted the guinea pig in the gold with a white. It was like a white Oreo cookie where it had gold on one side and his head and his tail were the gold, and then he was white in the middle. What do you call those? Golden Oreo cookies? I can't eat Oreos. Well, there are gluten-free Oreos, but I do not want to have those in the house because I cannot stay away from them. It is not good to have those in the house. So, okay, Oreo, the guinea pig. So I actually crocheted the whole guinea pig in gold, white, and gold. And then I went through and surface crocheted the whole thing all over again with this yarn and then white eyelash yarn. I should have charged a lot more for that thing than I did. Oh, but I still have it, and I'm still looking for projects to do with it, and this would make cute ears on a patchwork pup. So I think I'll leave it back here until I get the rest of the pup done, just because my chair is starting to get a little busy with all the projects, all the yarn, like having this whole box out there in addition to my cart and what else is there? The basket with my scrap blanket in it. And there's just so much stuff out there. So I'm going to try to just take a few things to work on out to my chair and leave the rest of the box back here just to keep the clutter under control. That's the plan. But I feel like I made some progress today in that I finished a big project, and I think I went through 3 cakes of white yarn. So my bin, I have a 6-drawer bin, stands, I'm sitting in a chair, but so maybe about 4 feet tall, and the bottom drawer was all white. That bottom drawer is getting pretty empty now. So technically I could take some of my white out of other, like here I've got a whole tray here that is just black and white. Take those and put them in that drawer down there, which used to be pretty full, and now it's getting pretty empty. So I guess I am making some progress. So I feel good about today. I feel good about getting this guy done. So I just need to be not necessarily quick, efficient in getting him added to the Etsy listing within a day or so. Because if he's not listed, then he's definitely not going anywhere until my first craft show, second Saturday in March, which is coming up pretty quick. But we'll give everybody a shot at him before the craft show. I was thinking of calling him Bobby, short for Bobby Vinton, because of his song Blue on Blue. But that's a little too sad. We don't want to give him a name with sad connotations. Blue on blue, heartache of heartache, blue on blue. Now that we are through. Bobby Vinton is one of the few singers I have seen in concert, because my mother-in-law really wanted to go see him. So my husband and I took her up to Melody Fair, way up in North Tonawanda, and we watched this little theater in the round. We sat there in a theater that was mostly full of older Polish ladies, and we listened to Bobby Vinton sing his little heart out, and we still quote him to this day, because he was saying how nice it was to come to Buffalo and to be greeted by all these nice Polish ladies. And he says, but you know what? You know what they gave me for dinner? They gave me spaghetti for dinner. I come to Buffalo and you give me pasta. So sometimes when I make spaghetti, My husband will quote that line. So, okay. Somehow I went from yarn to Polish music. Bobby Vinton. Yep. You never know what you're going to hear around here, do you? So, I am going to go out to my chair and play with yarn. So, bye-bye, and thanks for watching.